And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Back to pass. It's Williams. Caught by the receiver. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to 39.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. And the single back takes the handoff. Running up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Really tough to run a good counter play when the linebackers aren't fooled at all. This time they get down in a hurry into the line of scrimmage to make that play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Pass tipped to the line of scrimmage. That's a great play by the defense.
If that ball were thrown just a little bit higher, they could have gotten away with a completion. But great play by the defender getting a hand on it.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Bringing pressure. Can't hold on. Defensive play brings up a 4th down.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
And the Aztecs will bring their punt team onto the field. That's the first punt today for the offense. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Blitz and a quick sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
1st down loss sets up 2nd and long from the 11. Ball handed off. He shreds the tackle. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
You know, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling him to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. The San Diego State offense on the field now. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away, and they finally get things going this time. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
The pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
I know this guy believes in his receivers. I don't blame him. There's a lot of talent out there. But throwing into double coverage like that, that's how you throw picks.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Williams. Pressure is coming. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Knocks that one right down the middle. Breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Brown. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Golden Panthers offense back out there now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? When they tried the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. He's running out of time here. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Running out of time in the pocket. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
It's an option look. He gets loose. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Well, if there's a silver lining for the defense, at least this quarterback didn't get out and gash him for a first down. But now they've got options coming up here. And I wouldn't be surprised to see if they go back to him again.
They're going to run it. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Offense clicking now. It's another first down at the 45. Fights off a defender. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, stopped the ball at the 44.
Boy, this defense seems to be confused. That's back-to-back big carries for first downs. They better get it together, or this could be an easy drive for this offense.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Scanning the field. It's St. Clair. Lets it fly to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
First down and 10 now. And now the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Defense is coming after him. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
What in the world is going on with the pass protection today? That was almost a third sack and still the first quarter. Maybe slide protection to call some screens, maybe play action, anything to try to help this quarterback out.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there and start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the right side. And that will pick up the first down. They'll spot it at 38.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
They'll try the ground game here. First down, looking for more now. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48. So after a competitive, fun first quarter, we are all even. Let's check out some of the stats from that first period. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And now the running back's got it again. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Back to pass. It's Williams. It's a quick grab. Goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few yards, but it's short of the first down marker.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver. Gets the separation. And at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Important third down play coming up after that completion. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. And here's the handoff. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
there on the ground. They stop him behind the line. That's going to set up 4th down and short.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
It's 4th down, but no punting team. The offense is going to go for it. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the 1st down. The Aztecs look to keep this drive moving. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Back to throw. It's Williams. Caught over the middle. It's 4. You've got him at the 4, but a big gain on that catch and run.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
And the Aztecs looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Motion now from the tight end. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal.
We going Bob.
They test a little the defense, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of it.
And they get stopped here on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
They'll try a pass here. Caught near the goal line. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that 1st down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. From the shotgun, drops back. He escapes the pocket. Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Aztecs. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. It'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Play action here on 1st down. Quarterback looking to scramble. Fighting him off. Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the 1st down himself.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Breaks free. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Rolls right, trying to make something happen. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. On the run here, lets it go. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. To throw, it's St. Clair. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, FIU. Strong game by his quarterback.
But that's how you close a half of it. What a game we have already here. Looks like we're going to be all tied up heading into half after the throw for 6.
Automatic on the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. The player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout where they check him out. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. First down, looking to throw the ball. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
Here's an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't quite have the concentration or the focus necessary. Ends up dropping it before he could bring it in.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. The pocket breaking down. Picks up the first and is still going. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for the wide out. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle, but first down. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. Now they call a run. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
On the move now. On the run here. Let's it go. That's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to pass. It's Williams. Pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete. Just 3 seconds left on the clock.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on 3rd down. Now a big decision coming up here on 4th.
Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And with the miss, we remain tied. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Aztecs will kick this away to begin the second half. Bringing it out. It's Brown. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Florida International offense back on the field. Trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. Off the play fake on first down. Looking deep downfield to the left. A deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Second down play coming up. And they hand it off to the back. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on. The punt team making their way on the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the San Diego State offense back out there. On first down, it's play action. Short pass finds the tight end. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. The completion sets up a second down play. Hand off to the back. Breaks an open space. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Quick throw to the left side. What a catch! They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. And the Aztecs will line up here on first down and goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First and goal, handoff. Touchdown, San Diego State. And that will give them the lead now.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
And after the extra point, it's a 17-10 lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. Heads out of bounds at the 33 after a decent return. Together a positive drive here. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Moves out of the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right, but man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Throwing off play action. Grab down the middle. It's Stone. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Using his legs on the scramble. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on this run.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
It's a draw to the back. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that previous play. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
You talk about a tough matchup for this defense down in this area. What are you going to do?
I got a challenge there.
Puts it up in the air, and the big tight end goes over the top of everybody for the touchdown.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. And now to try here for the extra point. PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. The Aztecs offense back on the field now. They scored a touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. First play of the drive, they look to the right. Passes the 40. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain getting closer to midfield. One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. Dropping back, it's Williams. The receiver grabs it. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Just trying to get rid of it. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's not going to bring out third down.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on third and short. Out of the gun now on third down. He escapes the pocket. Escapes the pocket.
Why couldn't throw him the ball?
Right near the line of scrimmage.
Well, that is a clinic by this defense on this quarterback run. String him out to the sideline. Nowhere for him to go. All he could do is step out of bounds for no gain.
Fourth down and 2 coming up to try to keep the drive going. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Receiver in motion now. Looking to throw. It's Williams. On the move now. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender when he throws the interception.
So the drive begins backed up at their own 5. Tough spot. The shotgun running play call. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. He breaks free. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Clock running in the final minute here of the third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. With the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that. Made a nice throw to the receiver. Look at this result. Some positive yards.
They'll give it to the back. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
Here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Bringing pressure. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. We get to the end of 3. It's been a tremendous competitive battle as we check out some of the stats so far. And let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter set to get underway.
I always talking shit. Shit don't work both ways, but you can't sit there and fucking talk shit to me out there. Then ask me to do shit.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
This is a crucial 3rd down play. To try a field goal from here will be 61 yards. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick throw to his receiver. Sure hands. It's Scott. Touchdown, Florida International. And jump on top now here in the 4th. This passing game is on fire. The quarterback cannot be stopped. With the conference championship on the line, he's delivering.
Yeah, he's in sync right now with his wide receivers. But, man, my attention seems to be more on the defense. What in the world are they thinking? You can't just allow this quarterback to sit back there and throw. You've got to be able to put pressure on him, or he's going to continue to throw touchdown after touchdown.
PHC is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there and booted away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. The San Diego State offense on the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Back to throw. It's Williams. Looks to the left, and it's complete. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Third down play for this offense. A quick throw out left, complete. And he rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The shotgun handoff here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Nice grab. It's Reaney.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Critical moment of this conference championship. 3rd and short on the 7th play of the drive. Looking to scramble. Using his legs here. He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only does he pull out of that, he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. To throw, it's Williams. He's got it, enough for a first down. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the holding call on the offense will back them up 10, and they'll try it again. Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Oh, they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs.
Oh, so close to coming up with that conversion here on 4th down in the 4th quarter. Close football game. Now you got to rely on your own defense to come up with a stop and hope you get one more chance.
They make the stop, and it's a big play for 31.
Well, how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.
Nowhere to run up the middle.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Looking downfield, it's Williams. Extending the play now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
He'll look to throw it here on second down. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the fourth quarter.
Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Cannot get the throw. He's taken down with a huge play at this stage of the game.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Looking for a deep completion. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Oh, he's bringing it back. Across the 40, the 30. Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Hermstreet, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.